Welcome to the Bubba Army YouTube channel.
70s.
I think Fort Walton Beach got snow.
It's crazy.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it did in the morning time.
Fort Walton Beach.
Right along I-10.
That's
Really?
awesome,
got
man.
snow.
I wish it would snow here like about a foot.
No, shut up.
But I lived, first of all, I'm
Stupid. Hate it.
I lived. I might be the only person. Well,
No,
Anna lived.
I lived in Detroit,
Okay,
Michigan.
for 1 year.
During the polar vortex
No,
for
for like
4
4
years.
years.
What are
Okay.
you talking about?
I lived in Warsaw, Indiana, which is 50 miles from the Michigan line for probably 25 some years. I don't know, my lifetime. And it's the winters are the worst. These suck. They really suck. Snow is cool for like the first day that you get it. It's like, oh, it's slippery, it's cold, you can make a snowball. And then the snow starts getting dirty.
Yeah, like 3 days later, it's all
Yeah.
black and slimy and slushy, and
And they got, like the street department, like they pile up these big mounds of snow when they clear the roads. So like at the end of the road could be like a big, like a big 10-foot high snow pile that they piled because they don't know where else they're going to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts getting dirt and street debris,
And everyone starts spinning out like a-holes.
Yeah, it's just.
And you have to turn into the turn.
Well, that's why I wanted to snow here. Because
Hate that.
driving
literally,
lessons from Anna.
I know. Well, I had
If
to
it
learn.
snowed here, Tyler will be going 100 miles an hour in his little Ford Fiesta sideways, because that's what it's like. I mean, when you
I heard
drive
it wasn't
on
a
dirt.
Fiesta.
Oh yeah, it's a Focus. and don't even get me going on that.
No, I know.
What?
So over the break, I got to hook up. K&N is one of my sponsors, right?
Right.
And the first thing that I do,
Tyler's laughing right now, by the way, like out loud laughing.
the first thing I do when I get a new car or a used car even, is I get a hold of my buddy Tony from K&N, or I go to knfilters.com. Like, it's the best. K&N's got one of the best search engines.
Yep.
You type in your make and your model and the size of your motor and stuff like that, and then K&N will give you a complete list of everything they make for your car. From like the fresh air, from like the cabin filter. Did you know that you have a cabin filter?
Yes.
Some cars do.
Most people don't know that they have them.
Oh.
From the cabin filter to the air filter to the oil filter to like in my pickup truck's case, they built an exhaust system for it too.
And a
My
throttle
balls
deal.
hurt, so I cheer 10,500 bits.
He's awake.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Is his name Victor? Is that his name? Oh, okay, whatever. Tried to call you yesterday, buddy, and thank you for your donation. Very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, what was I talking about a few minutes ago?
Filters, air filters.
Oh, yeah.
And his
So,
Ford
The,
Fiesta.
my
the
buddy-
difference between a Fiesta and a Focus.
So, Tyler buys this Ford Focus about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, something like that.
We went to Elder Ford and looked at the used deals. And Tyler doesn't need anything fancy. He drives over to Pinellas County every day to see his girlfriend. He drives to various races throughout the weekend. So
it's a great car for like driving around the state.
Yeah, I mean, like it gets great gas mileage. It's a 4-door.
Mm-hmm.
He can, it takes good care of it. It's clean. I think I bought it for like $8,000 all in. It was,
Is it worth like 20 now?
No, it's
Probably.
hard telling. But
Yeah.
the first thing I do when I buy a vehicle is I go to knfilter.com and then I find everything they make for it.
So
Right.
do I.
And so I thought, well, anyway, so I went on and I got a hold of my buddy Tony, and I'm like, hey, I need a 2015 Ford Fiesta or something like that. I forget what it
Oh,
was.
you got him a new air filter.
So
The whole kit.
because I wanted to put that. One of the best things you can do to your car is to put a fresh air intake system into your car. First of all, you're going to get a mile or two extra on gas mileage just because your car is aspirated and breathing. It's less constricted. It's like the stock air filter system kind of chokes it out a little bit. Doesn't get all the air it needs to.
True.
And then you'll also get in some instances you'll get 8 to 14 horsepower, additional horsepower.
Especially if you have a car that like is like a more powerful car to begin with.
Right.
You get
And
even more.
will you notice it if you just have like a normal car?
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
when you,
yeah.
When you,
Yeah.
when you tap the gas, it revs up faster.
Yeah. Well, it kind of has more of a sucking, like it's breathing better. It sounds better. It's more throaty. And so that's the first thing I do is I get a K&N. It's called a K&N cold air intake.
Or sometimes like FIPK.
Yeah, something.
That's the first thing I did on the Escalade was put a K&N in it.
Right.
First thing I did.
You know, and you know, it's the best $350 you can spend. And most of the time I can do them myself. It's about a 35, 40-minute deal. The instructions are great. It's super simple. You take off your stock air box, and then, you know, there's a couple little hose clamps and fittings and things like that, and boom, looks great. Well, that is if you order the right model. And so Tyler drives a Ford Focus. Well, I ordered a Ford Fiesta.
Same thing.
So it's been sitting in the box for about a year, and I'm like, Tyler, during vacation, I'm going to put your K&N intake system on for it. He's like, okay.
Okay, Daddy.
Okay, Daddy. Only thing I'm worried about is I'm missing Ace. I miss my girlfriend. I can't do anything here. I'm going to have to drive all the way up to see her. So the night before, I forget, I think it might have been Christmas Eve night. I don't know what night it was. He wasn't around. And I got the box, the K&N box. I took it all out. And Blitz, there's a lot of things that you can pre-assemble.
Sure.
You know, like you can pre-assemble the whole housing intake and the rubber grommet all around it and all that kind of deal.
Yep.
So I get it all pre-assembled as much as you can do without having the car there, right? Mm-hmm. So he I think I see him the next, whatever, a day or two later. I'm like, hey, who left
I told
their phone on?
I told you I'll leave it full volume, Willie.
Come on, buddy, vibrate for.
I am.
You rook. That Ben Lummy be getting a wiffle ball bat right now.
Yeah.
He still should.
To the head.
He still should.
To the head.
Thank you.
So I get it all. I get everything I can get done without the car. Finally, he pulls in, and the car cools down. And I forget he has to go. He takes my truck to go get some race car parts, or I don't know.
I had to go get some aluminum, Daddy.
He did. He had to drive clear to Lakeland yesterday and buy
some aluminum.
How much was the aluminum bill yesterday?
$771.
What was it for?
Whoa.
Race car.
Yeah, for the body.
Because the UMP changed the rules on your body. Now, Dan, everybody's bodies are obsolete, and you have to make new bodies.
Well, how are you going to make them? You just buy sheet aluminum and then bang it out?
I mean, you get your. In our case, my guy's name's Travis, and you get an aluminum brake, and they a metal brake, and they bend it, and they make it out of screen. I mean, they bend it and do it themselves.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Right. There's nothing. Yeah, you got to bend it and everything. It's unbelievable, the skill set it takes. So anyway, I go to install. First thing I do, because I'm not like Dan. Dan reads the instruction. Dan, aren't you the kind of guy that if you get a camcorder, you'll read the instructions before you attempt to get the camcorder going?
A very smart man told me once, always read the directions first, even if you choose not to follow them.
Okay, but Blitz, guys like me and you, all we do is just rip it out of the box and start tinkering with it.
No.
Blitz follows the directions, I'm sure,
I
too.
download the manual when I order it, and I have it read
reads
before
it like a novel.
Before
Are
it even
you
gets here.
serious?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Lummy, are you with me?
I'm with you,
Lummy,
Bubba.
are you
Yeah.
with me?
I'm with
I'm
you.
with you, Bubs.
Exactly.
I don't read no directions. I'm a real man.
But hold on. Continue on with your story. We'll see who
right.
does
Yeah,
this
but
better.
That works with chapstick. That doesn't really work with complicated things.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, Lummy and I now are the kind of guy that we got like a
Yeah, we're the kind of
we
men.
got like a brand new GoPro or something kind of technical, but you said, man, I could figure this
Yeah,
out.
we
Yeah.
can figure it
We
out.
rip
Take
it
a
right
couple
out
How
of the
minutes.
hard
box.
could it be?
We
Yeah.
turn it on, and we're like, oh, what's going on here? I don't even know what to do.
It's like an iPhone.
It's locked up.
Start
I don't know what to
smoking
do.
and stuff because you put the battery in the wrong way.
Then based on inability to get it going is when we go and read the instruction.
Or call Blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. You guys
So-
hand it to me and say, here, read their manual and fix this.
So I got all the airbox put together. I got all the rubber grommets put on. I'm ready to go. All I got to do is rip out the real cumbersome big stock box, disconnect a couple of O2 sensors, and plug this new one back in, and hose clamp it to the intake. And it's got a built-in, and they had these two rubber grommets that were supposed to fit right where the old rubber grommets. That's what held it in place. So, of course, I ripped Tyler's old one right out, and I'm not even real careful about it.
It's disposable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
this
you're like,
garbage. Get rid of this garbage. Don't need to throw it over here.
Big ass plastic Ford
Stupid.
stock,
Stepping on it like
Choking.
Smashing it.
stepping like it's a step stool.
choking down the motor. Like, this thing's junk. Get this stock box out of here. I'm ripping it out. I disconnect these two sensors out of there. Take a vacuum line hose off. Should have taken a picture on how it all stopped. I mean, that's what I should have done. Is first take a picture of, just in case there happens to be a problem and I have to put it back together. I should have taken a picture of it, right? Well, That's gone. So I get the box and I put it down in there down into the car, into the cavity of the car. And the first thing I noticed is that the rubber grommets are completely not in the right spot. So I take the box back on. I'm like,
what's going on here?
I'm like, did I put the rubber grommets on the wrong area? So then I try to put it back down. Oh, it won't work. So then I go back and read the instructions, and I had the rubber grommets right. I'm like, well, maybe I don't even need this box. I'll just let it hang there, right? So make the long
Just
story.
to filter out in the open.
The long story short is I had the wrong system. I had a system for a Ford Fiesta, not a Ford Focus. And so now we actually go. This was Christmas Day. It's time for us to go to Tara's or meet everybody over at Tara's later that day.
Mm-hmm.
We were here working on the car.
Right.
So now it's time to go to Tara's, and Tyler's car is completely in pieces and it won't run. And the only way it's going to run is if I put the stock box back on, because the box that I got from K&N is not the right box.
It feels like failure if you have to do that too.
Oh,
doesn't
not
it?
only that, but we had to sit all through Christmas. So I'm like, Tyler, you got to ride with me in my truck. He's like, yeah, but I got to go.
I should take a smart car.
This and this. Oh God, the smart car would have been worse. Of which I need your help, Blitz, because I can't get that thing out of the socket.
I looked in it yesterday to see if the original spline tool was in there. I couldn't find it.
It's not. I looked.
Yeah.
I already looked.
If you heat up the socket and bang it, will it come out?
I don't know.
I got
a
a
cigarette lighter. What are you gonna use?
No. Don't you have some heat here, like a blowtorch? or something?
No. We're gonna put it back on the stud,
Right.
and tighten it. And as soon as you tighten it a little bit, just give it a little crank. It should pop out of the socket.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with my air deal?
Mm-hmm.
With my impact?
Yeah. Maybe we'll see.
So anyway, we have to go to Christmas now. We're here at the studios. I'm absolutely. I got grease all over my hands and everything. It's time for us to go to Christmas, and I'm like, Tyler, I can't put your car back together till tomorrow. So I'm not driving back to the studios. So I had to drive back here, try to find the stock box, then put it all back together and hope. But it worked. I got it back together.
He's been driving it.
There's my K&N story. K&N is the best if you pick the right system.
Ford Focus, Ford Fiesta. It's all the same thing.
I mean, when Dan was ordering his Escalade, if he would have put Ford Expedition, it probably wouldn't be working too good right now.
Would not have fit at all.
You would have torn it all out like that. Oh,
I didn't tear it out.
did you have somebody do it for you?
Yeah.